Y que hay de nuevo, gamers, yo soy Mr. Hace y bienvenidos de regreso a The Stanley Parbale, o la paradoja de Stanley. Bien, donde nos habíamos quedado en el episodio anterior era que pues, ya nos habíamos terminado el juego. Y nada más quería mostrar, bueno, quería investigar algunas de las cosas que suceden si no sigues lo que dice el locutor. Entonces, una de las cosas que había visto que sucede si te quedas aquí dentro del cubículo, así que vamos a quedarnos aquí un buen de rato a ver qué es lo que nos dice el narrador.
6 horas y media después.
Stanley stood for
Ahí
a
está,
long time in
por
one
fin.
spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum.
Yes.
Let's observe the genius at work.
Así es. Seguir inmóvil.
Segundo día.
Inmóvil.
Tercer día.
Había unas cosillas, a ver, vamos a ver si puedo ver los achievements. No, noticias, guías, capturas, puntos de encuentro, discusión. No, es que este no es de Chintebas, este no es de Steam, este es de Epic Games. Y aquí no me va a dar logros. No. Es que hay ciertos logros. Por ejemplo, si trato de saltar muchas veces, el narrador me va a decir que no puedo saltar. Mira, sí, logro desbloqueado, no puede saltar. No sabía que Epic Games sí tenía los logros.
Cuarto día.
Bueno, ya pasé mucho tiempo aquí, ya me cansé. Así que vamos para afuera. Vas a buscar
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
sé.
decided to go to the meeting room.
No.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, vamos a ver.
Oh, please.
Oh, por favor,
Are you
deberías
really
estar
just
haciendo
doing
esto
this for
solo
the
por el logro.
achievement? Click a door
Sí.
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
Sí,
no.
sí.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I
Yeah.
have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will
Ok,
do.
50,
Yes,
20,
almost certainly 50
sí.
clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it.
Mugroso.
I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see
Okay.
commitment.
Muy
a
bien.
willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Ok, yo lo hago.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number
20
417?
al 417, ok. 417, 417, 417, 417, 16, 25, 20, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, 420, 426. ¿Cuántas veces? 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or
10,
so.
10 clics al 415. 415, 415, 415. ¿Dónde está? 420, 417, 416, 415. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, back to door number 437.
Ok, 437. Corre. Aquí.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Ok, la copiadora.
All
Clic.
right, back to room
Bien.
417. I'm really
417.
feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Vamos de nuevo a la 417. Corre. Era este, ¿no? Clic.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's
419.
desk.
418, 419. No puedo. ¡Ey!
Yes!
¡Ey!
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's
Okay,
keep it up.
¿cuál?
Go give me a few
16.
clicks on door 416.
416. Y
We've almost got it.
Sí.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Vamos, la copiadora, ¿dónde está? En el primer cuarto. Acá, sí. Clic.
Finish it off, Stanley.
5 clics en la 430.
Door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ¡Sí! ¡Sí, lo hicimos!
That's all amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Este man. Wow, se apagó. No, la apagué. F. Ya no la puedo volver a prender. Chale. Ok. Vamos a ver qué más cosas hay. Clic acá, clic aquí. ¿Qué dice allí? No sé, pero ya la apagué. Clic acá. Clic aquí. Clic aquí.
Stanley clicked on literally every single
No es
door
cierto,
in the
todavía no.
office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Mira, ahí hay más lugares. Tengo que buscar la manera de llegar aquí. Ok. Bla. Clic aquí. Clic acá. Clic acá. ¿Qué hay aquí? Hay otro lugar allá. Clic aquí. No se abre.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, voy a entrar a la derecha.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Obvio.
just to admire it.
Así es. Pero quiero cliquear todas las puertas que pueda. Clic. Alguien apagó su compu. Nada. 450. Blip.
Yes, truly a
Órale.
room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Así es, está bonito.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drink, dijo drink. Es una bebida. ¿No? ¿Nada?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Obviamente que sí. Oh, ahí hay una de esa.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Hey.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Por mí. Se fueron por mí. Quiero café. No es cierto, a mí no me gusta el café.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No es cierto, mentiras. El juego no me manda ningún mensaje. ¿Qué más dirá si me quedo aquí? ¿Qué horas son? Son las 11:45. Ya, eso es todo. Ya no va a decir nada. No hay nada aquí que buscar. No puedo regresar. Bueno, está bien, continuemos.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
A mi izquierda. Nada. Wow. Nada.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow, ¿qué es este lugar? A2. Peligro, o más bien precaución. No mienta. Si está mintiendo ahora, deténgase. Ya ven, no mientan. Si están mintiendo ahora, deténganse. Ok, Ok, vamos a ver qué más hay. ¿Se va a cerrar? No se cerró. Wow. Un toy. Clic, nada. Órale, está muy grande este lugar. Si me aviento, ¿me mato? Penalización por saltar de la plataforma, $5,000. ¿Y cómo me van a cobrar si...?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
¿En
There's
serio?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
¿Puedo ir
Someone
para
you've
allá?
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you
Debí de haber
something
dejado
beautiful.
que empezara
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance.
No, jamás. Jamás. Peligro, peligro en todos lados. What? ¿Por qué no se cierra la puerta? Uy, ya se cerró la puerta, qué miedo. 2B1. Ya estamos en números raros. 2B3. No se abre. Ok, para acá. 2B4. 2B5. Debí de haber que me he quedado en la plataforma a ver
Now
qué
listen
seguía.
carefully, this is important.
Vamos a desobedecer
walked
todo.
through the red door.
No. Nah, no se abre. Ábrete, 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 ábrete. No se puede. No, me voy a ir por el azul.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
No me
Stanley
dejó.
walked through the red door.
No. Esta vez me dejó pasar por la azul. Yay.
I
No.
think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked
la
through
puerta
the
azul.
red door.
Red. No. No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yay. Gracias por dejarme elegir la puerta azul.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? You don't think I put a lot of time into that, because I did.
Entonces tú desapareciste a mis amigos.
Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Sí.
Skill trees?
Sí.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, a ver.
There we go.
Hey!
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Sí, okay. ¿Qué onda con esto? Selling light. Ok, voy por aquí. A ver qué tienes para mí.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Ok. Pero mira, ahí hay una puerta. ¿Qué onda con esa puerta? Por favor, se me olvidó, pero... califique su experiencia del 1 al 5. Vamos a poner un 3. No estoy tan...
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion? You know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
No.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Por favor.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
A ver. ¡Ey! No, yo quería ir por la puerta. Ah. Oh, de Stanley Parbale. Oh, Worldwide Leaderboard. En total, 91.730 y tantas puertas abiertas. Ah, quería. ¿Sabías que el 21.3% de los jugadores se saltaron la secuencia de intro? Solo. Ah, ¿por qué no me dejan leer? ¿Qué tanto te tomó para llegar a la puerta correcta? Ah, ¿por qué no me dejan leer? Bueno, eso es todo. Doors, steps, endings, doors, awards. Soy el 9328 de los 9328 jugadores. Una rata muerta está offline. Está más arriba que yo. Este es mi superior. ¿Y ya? Bueno. ¿Qué hacemos? 1, 2, 3. Vamos por 3. Vamos a hacerle caso. A ver qué me dice.
Now,
Whoa.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helps you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ok, 1-1. No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect.
A ver, dale.
Let me boot it up.
A ver, dale. ¿Qué rayos está pasando?
In this game,
What?
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make
4
sure
horas.
it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Ok. Oh. Nah, lo voy a dejar que se queme. Perdón, bebé. Perdóname, bebé. Perdóname.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or
Sí.
purely
No,
to
no es
spite
cierto.
me?
A ti,
Because if
a
it's
ti.
the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out.
No,
I'm
no
done.
te vayas.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was
dio algo.
extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
A ver qué me vas a dar. ¡Oh, Minecraft!
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Sí.
At last, the one thing you've
pero
always
no puedo
desired.
saltar.
A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
No,
Well, I'll
nunca
say
será
this, I'm
suficiente.
done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
¿Dónde? Oh. ¡Eh!
This will go here. No, here.
Sí.
And then...
Está jugando Minecraft.
See, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish
¡Eh!
it all off...
Ah,
Yes.
una puerta.
It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
No, no quiero. ¿Cómo le hago para salir de aquí? No se destruyen los bloques. Eso no es Minecraft. No, voy a cerrarle. Ciérrale. No se pueden... No, me mentiste. ¿Esta qué versión será? Hay montañas gigantes, así que... Bueno, el juego de Stanley Parbale es de hace... añales. Ah, con que Stanley Parbale... ¿adivinó que iban a haber montañas gigantes? No veo nada más. Nada. Si tan solo pudiera pasar por aquí. Bueno, creo que no va a suceder nada. Ok, entraré.
Isn't it
Entraré.
grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Sí, gracias por dejarme salir. Hay que construir, obviamente. Hay que ir por diamantes. Oh, la música de Minecraft, la original. No me gustó que haya cambiado la música en la nueva versión. ¿Podré salir? No me deja salir, mugroso. Pues F. Eso debió de haberme dado. No, porque vamos para abajo. Uy, qué miedo.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No traje luz. Ahora, ¿para dónde voy? Wow, esto se ve muy raro. Todo está con piedra, o sea, muy poco de grava. No están los bloques de los otros materiales. Hongos. Hierro. Hay que ir por hierro, compadre. No podemos conseguir diamantes si no vamos por hierro.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
No.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
No, hijo de... No, manches. ¿Para qué me detuve? Debí de haber seguido adelante a ver si llegaba a los diamantucos. Portal.
Yes.
Ay, pero si son de ustedes mismos, ¿qué quieres?
Love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Se cayó. Veamos, dice... Ay. Dice... no lo alcancé a leer. Vamos a hacer poco. Pam param pam param. Portal. Regresamos otra vez. Bueno. ¿Qué hay de nuevo, gamer? Yo soy Mr. Hace y bienvenidos a Portal 1. Estamos empezando con este nuevo juego. Que no sé de qué se trata, la verdad. Pues, por el nombre yo creo que se trata de portales. O vamos a ver de qué se trata. Lo único raro es que, según videos que vi, la voz del narrador no debería de ser hombre.
Thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Mi forte. Pop. Vámonos.
Genius.
Obvio, soy un genio.
No, actually,
No.
I think that's plenty.
No.
I really don't care if you stumble through any...
What? ¿A dónde vine a parar? No me importa tanto verte pasar por más de estos juegos. Y realmente dudo que hayas... ya no leí. Lo leo después. ¿A dónde vine a parar? ¿Dónde estoy? Qué miedo. A ver, vamos a ver si puedo... No hay para el brillo. F en el chat. Vamos a ver si puedo. No puedo. What the heck? Pensé que... No, manches. ¿Ahora dónde estoy? Men. ¿Terminó siendo un juego de miedo o qué? ¡Qué miedo! Esto no lo había visto. ¿Puedo ir para allá o darle para...? Dude, no veo nada. Nada de nada. A ver, espérenme tantito. Déjenme apago la luz porque no se ve nada. A ver si con esto es suficiente para poder mínimo distinguir algo. Ándale, ya veo un poquito más. Es que la luz no me dejaba ver. ¿Qué pasa si sigo por allá o si vengo por acá? Men, qué miedo. ¿Dónde estoy? Ay, tengo miedo. esta es la... What? Uy, luz. Ahorita voy al de la luz. A ver si encuentro algo más. Hola, buenos días. Hola, buenas noches. ¿Qué? En serio me está dando mucho miedo. Yo pensé que este juego no era de miedo. Ok, aquí hay otra. Ok, al parecer todo indica que tengo que ir para allá. Sí. Sí. Los otros lados ya es pura... O sea, no hay nada en los otros lados. Igual acá, de acá vengo, ¿no? Sí, de acá vengo. Bueno, pues ni modo, hay que ir para donde está la luz. What? ¿Qué está viendo? Hola, buenos días. ¿Puedo agacharme? ¿Cómo que puedo agacharme pero no puedo saltar? Luz. Solamente hay luz allí, qué miedo. Narrador, ¿dónde estás, narrador? What? ¿Qué es esto? Ah, ese es de un programa de 3D. Y de edición de video. Edición de video y edición de audio. ¿Y qué hago? No puedo hacer nada. ¿Dónde estoy? ¡Ah!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him.
¿Qué?
He needs me.
Hola.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I can wait.
Yo también. ¿Ahora? No, no es cierto. Ah, no, esto es diferente. Esto es diferente.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Pero esto es diferente. What? ¿Dónde estoy?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Este va a ser un
Nor
episodio
did it
largo, no
advance
pienso
the
hacer más
story in
videos.
any way.
Otra vez las... Pero qué onda. Oh. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Bienvenido al final del whiteboard. Consola Bark. ¿Cómo abro la consola? POIUYTRWQFGHJKLN. Los signos MNBVCXZ ESC. Opciones, regresar al menú. Teclado, no. Extras, no. ¿Y este qué? Pues dice que es el final del whiteboard. Dice que abra la consola y escriba Bark. Qué miedo que se haya abierto, No estaba abierto. A ver si me deja abrir alguna otra. No. Entonces ¿este qué? ¿O qué? ¿Por qué? A ver, upsi, accidentalmente dejé de grabar. Wow, what? ¿Qué hice? Estuve presionando los Fs. Quién sabe qué hice. Pero bueno.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Ah, la
doors,
puerta a mi
he
izquierda.
entered the
No.
door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No supe lo del whiteboarding, así que pues ni modo. No sé si será literalmente que...
Wow. Yes,
que
this room.
abra la consola.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Y si vengo aquí, sí, vamos aquí.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ok, si regreso aquí, no me va a permitir, pero vamos aquí. Ay, vamos a ver qué tal. Ah, había otra que sí.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Oh,
so now, in order to get back, he needed to go from here. It's left.
No. No me dejas abrir la otra puerta. Había otra que, o sea, si seguíamos el camino que era, llegamos a una parte que está como más o menos así, me permitía, salir de un lugar desierto.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Qué grosero, me cierra la puerta en la cara.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
No, déjame salir.
We went down, right, left, down, left, right.
El código.
Yep, okay,
Right,
okay, yes.
right, left,
I've
down,
got it now.
left.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What the heck? Ah, hello. Hello. No hay nadie. Ah, ya llegamos. No.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
No,
Quick, Stanley, close your
spoiler.
eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
Bueno, ya sé lo que voy a hacer.
Okay, from the top.
From the top. No. Ok, lo que voy a hacer en esta va a ser seguir hacia adelante.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Sí, no me importa,
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Voy a ir a un lugar a ver si lo encuentro. Bla, 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 bla. Corre.
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
Wait, what?
¿Qué?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on.
Yo no moví
I'm
nada.
asking you. I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Sí, ¿dónde?
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
¿A dónde? Dime. Ok, aquí me lleva hacia donde mismo. Estos me llevan a cualquier lugar. Aquí me lleva igual a... Vamos acá, vamos a ver qué hay. ¡Qué miedo! ¿Qué hay acá? Hello. ¡Qué rollo!
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well,
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, hijo de tu mamá. No. Osh, vamos de nuevo. Corre. No hay nada acá, ¿verdad? No. Vamos, corre. Clic, clic.
All of his
Click.
co-workers were gone. What
Click.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Click.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Click,
simply
click.
missed a memo.
Clic, clic. No está abierto. Clic. Clickety clackety, clickety clackety. What's that? What?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
¿Y de dónde vinimos?
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
A ver. Clic. Clic. No hay nada allá, ¿verdad? Ya. No. Ya no hay nada. ¿Qué rollo? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando? What the heck? $4.20. Ahí se están echando un buen porro. What? Oh.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story.
What?
Here it comes.
What the heck? What? What? ¿Qué rollo?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Ok. De seguro va a desaparecer la puerta. No. What the heck? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está? Uy, ¿qué está pasando?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
No lo
I
sé.
don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Sí.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Sí.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
No.
Congratulations!
Cha.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Ni yo.
We both know you didn't put in any actual
What?
work for that
What?
win. Some people win
Desapareció?
fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to
No,
restart.
no reinicies. No, hijo. No. ¿Qué rollo? ¿Qué está pasando con el juego? What?
All
Stanley
right,
Parbale
I've got a
adventure
solution.
line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parbale adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ok. Te haré caso esta vez, compadre. Compadre. Vas a seguir la línea, a ver qué. What? Quiero ver qué es lo que pasa si sigo para acá. Ah, no hay nada.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Bueno, está bien. Continuamos por la línea. A ver. Mira, ese men está jugando solitario.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree
Chale.
that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
Me perdí
right?
todo lo que dijo porque me hablaron por
Now, if
teléfono.
my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
¿Ah?
Whoa. Hang
¿Qué?
on. that got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ok, me asustas, no me hagas eso. ¿Qué tipo de música es esa? Y dice que vayamos para allá, pero quiero ver qué es lo que hay acá. What? Regresamos a la línea. What the heck? Ok. La línea está medio loca. Ok, vamos a seguir la línea. ¿Eh? Ok. 010, 09, 08, what the heck? 07. ¿Qué está pasando? Pip, 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 pip. Okay, vamos para acá. Okay, annual reviews, monthly ledgers, cooperative imbalances. What? 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 Una línea me lleva por ahí y esa me lleva por allá. ¿Qué está pasando? Oh. Oh, what? Okay. ¿Pero qué rayos?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Ajá. Lo estoy estudiando muy bien y cerca. Ya. Ay, qué bueno que quito la música, ya me está estresando.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Aquí. La línea ya se puso loca porque la desobedecí una sola vez. What? What?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
Ajá, después de todo lo que pasamos...
I can't take this anymore, to hell with it. Restart.
No. ¿Qué está pasando? Ok, sigamos la línea.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Sí, ¿por qué no
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ok, te seguiré la corriente esta vez. Vamos para allá.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Ok, estamos caminando. What? Ok. Estamos en puros pasillos. Whoa,
oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Ok. No la voy a seguir. Si me muestra un camino, bueno, dos caminos, no la voy a seguir. Es que la línea se puso loca porque se fue. What the heck?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
¿Qué? ¿La
In
arruinamos?
fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay,
Just
perfect.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which
Mejor
means
caminar
that
para otro lado.
somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Que dice The Confusion Ending. Whoa. What? You have been playing The Confusion Ending for 16 minutos? LOL. Oh, no manches. 7 reseteos, 8 reseteos, 6 reseteos, 5 reseteos. Dude, y de este lado no hay nada, ¿verdad? No. Bueno, creo que hay que entrar acá. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The
Primer reseteo,
confusion
segundo,
ending.
tercero, cuarto,
You're telling me
quinto,
that's what this is? It's all one
sexto,
giant
séptimo y
ending?
octavo.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
El narrador se fue.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Ya ves, estás
Wall.
pensando como yo.
Well,
Y
who
después de un buen
consulted
tiempo,
me?
Stanley muere.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it.
Sí,
I won't
muy bien,
do
no lo
it.
hagas.
I won't do it.
Ok, la primera.
And the timer stopped.
What?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
What?
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Ah, mira, los dos iban para el mismo lugar.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Sí,
I'm not quite
¿por qué no?
sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventualmente.
Well, in the meantime, if you do
Ura.
happen to have
Ahora. What? No. No, se reinició solo.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Yo no cerré
responsibility? He had
la
never been
puerta.
trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed.
La
Then
voz del-
days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ah, me morí. Pero qué rayos.
How
Narrador.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Sí.
Great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Ok, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Okay.
entered the door on his left.
Te haré caso. Última.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Nada. Ok, vamos. Bloom Closet. No, bye.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
No.
his boss's office.
Ooh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Sí.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
¿Por qué?
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Así es.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yo estoy
All of my
loco.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Ay, estoy
None
dando
of it made
vueltas.
any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when
What?
he looked down?
No!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Sí,
Were they
estoy dando
simply
vueltas.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Sí, estoy soñando.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
¡Wow!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled
What?
that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything
¿Por
that I'm
qué?
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
¿Qué?
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Estoy despierto.
Now,
Todo
hearing
esto
the
está
voice
pasando de
speak
verdad.
these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
A ver.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he
No!
invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
¿Qué
I'm
rayos?
through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife
Tengo
and my
esposa.
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
No.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
This is fine. No. F.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah,
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss.
Whoa.
I have an office. I am
Flashó.
real. Please, just
Se está poniendo
someone tell me
todo
I'm
rojo.
real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
¡Ah!
And everything went black.
¡No! Ah, esta es la línea de confusión.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ahora soy mujer.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her
What?
place of work.
Oh,
But on this particular day,
no.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
¿Ese es Stanley?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Oh, yeah.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Oh, yeah.
And then she turned and ran.
Y corrió. What? ¿Eso es todo? No manches, qué final tan raro. Y ahí vamos otra vez. Bueno, pues como pueden ver hay un montón de finales para este juego. Ya me pasé con este video, fue bastante largo de lo que se supone que debería de ser. Obviamente faltan un montón de cosas por explorar, pero yo lo voy a dejar aquí. Si quieren ver más cosas de este juego, más finales, pueden sugerirme qué hacer, hacia dónde ir también para ver qué onda. Pues nada más díganmelo en los comentarios y pues con su like también sabré que quieren ver más de este juego. Yo lo voy a dejar aquí, la verdad no lo voy a continuar. Si ustedes quieren que les siga, pues ya saben lo que tienen que hacer, así podré jugar más de este juego. Por si ustedes quieren. Ya estoy diciendo las mismas cosas una y otra vez. Así que yo lo voy a dejar aquí. Espero que les haya gustado el video. Gracias por quedarse hasta el final de este enorme video conmigo. Y bien, como siempre, yo los vuelo en el siguiente video. Bye.